had a dream. And I made a plan. And that dream was to be the best musical performer in the entire world. Now, I don't know if you realize this, but to be the best musical performer in the whole world, you have to be able to sing and do this better than anybody else, and in a way that people go, that doesn't look stupid, and in a way where they can't help but stopping everything they're doing to watch you until you're done. So I set out to do it. Every day I'd come home from school, I'd lock myself in my bathroom when nobody was around, because obviously the world wasn't ready to experience the awesomeness that was my dream and was my plan. And I'd sing as loud as I could, and I'd dance all the time until came the day when it was time for me to unleash my dream to everybody. Now, there was a girl that lived across the street from me. Her name was Rachel. I had a crush on her. She didn't know, and she was so cute. She was blonde, she was smart, and she had cats, and she loved her cats. Basically, she was Taylor Swift. So I mustered up the balls, and I went over to her house. I knocked on her door. She opened the door, and I chickened out. So I went into her house, we hung out, we put on TRL, and while we were watching MTV, NSYNC came on, and it was a song that I knew, so I gathered all my courage up, and I sang, God must have spent a little more time on you. And she stopped, looked, and said, don't you ever sing for me again. And it crushed me, but I had a dream and I had a plan. So I shook it off. I signed up for every contest in town that I could find. I sang for every friend that I had. I sang for my mom's friends, and every single time got nothing back. Every contest I entered, I lost. Every time I sang for a friend, they told me I sucked. And to make matters worse, when I carried my dream into high school, people just started making fun of me all the time. I'd walk through the campus, people would throw stuff at me. They'd say, dude, you suck. You're terrible. You'll never make it. And worst of all, I remember people telling me, dude, you're just too fat. And one time a girl pulled me aside and saying, you're never going to be able to do this. I don't know what it is about you, but you're just really ugly. So I shut down, like anybody would. I blew people off, but I kept my dream. And every day, I'd get out of class, milk break, lunch, after school, I'd walk into the choir room, which was the music room of our school. I'd open the door, I'd find myself a private practice room. I'd go in, lock the door, I'd turn the lights off so nobody knew that I was there. I'd eat my lunch by myself, and then I'd write songs and sing until I had to go to class again. Day in, day out, did the same thing. Sit in the practice room by myself, turn the lights off, go to class, get made fun of, walking through the campus, until one day I walked in and I met Trevor. Trevor was really good. He was one of the stars in the choir, and Trevor, for some reason, and I don't know why, believed in me, and he talked to me about my dream, he talked to me about my plan, and he said, dude, well, you can't sing on pitch, so I'm going to teach you. So every day, during lunch, he'd come in with me, he'd sit down on the piano, and he'd legit hit one note on the piano over and over again, until several months later, I could sing that note on pitch. And at the end of my junior year, Trevor convinced me to sing with him live in front of the school. So, scared as I could possibly be, sweating bullets, nervous, I got up on stage and I sang a medley with him. And I'm pretty confident that I sang every song 5 times faster than it was supposed to be sung. But at the end, something happened. For the first time in my life, when I was done, people cheered for me. It was at that point that I decided I'm never going to stop pursuing my dream, no matter what anybody thinks of me or what anybody tells me. And I took that confidence into my senior year, and it was awesome. From there, every single contest I entered, I won. I made the top 100 of American Idol. I started to become a local star. People stopped picking on me, and then I got my first record deal to cut the best of the best from the songs that I wrote when I was sitting in a practice room lonely and by myself. My plan was going great. It was awesome. Until the day I walked into the record label. I opened the door. I walked up to the big, shiny, long, black desk. And the executive that was over my career was standing there looking at me. He slammed a big, fat, new contract in front of me and said, "We need to talk."